Yo, what up, y'all? What it do? Fifth quarter. We haven't been having a couple episodes of the fifth quarter because I've been jammed up, been hella busy. But I got a few minutes to spare right now at the moment to get this fifth quarter cracking. And before I get into this fifth quarter, I just wanna touch on something real quick. Well, actually, two things. Yeah, I want to touch on two things real quick. You know, one thing is league related, and the other is just a little general conversation of something that I caught wind of the other day that I seen was like a topic that was going on and on. So I just want to chime in now and speak my piece on it, and then we're gonna go from there. Then we're gonna get into the man. I've been so busy, I haven't even had the chance to even do my mid-season report, man. And we're already in week 13. We flying by in this, man. I'm still gonna do a special fifth quarter before the season is over. I didn't get a chance to do my mid-season report, but before the season is done, I'm definitely gonna do a live and talk about what went on so far at state, and we're gonna look at the final push of the season race and who I think gonna make it in, and so on and so on. So we definitely gonna get that going on. But yeah, we moving on, man. We moving on. We in week 14. This is a week 13 recap. I just lost to the Giants, and the reason why I'm speaking about that is because that's one of them situations you call, yeah, and I'm sure it happened to everybody. And I told Rico this too after the game. We lost because we ain't even take them serious. You know what I'm saying? We came in goofing around, and that's why I call things like trap games. You know what I mean? When I speak about that, because I myself are guilty of that. Like sometimes I'll come into a game and I won't even play with my all. I won't call all my sets that I normally would call because I start experimenting, trying new stuff. I threw so many picks that game, just trying to do stuff that I had no business trying to do. Well, I ain't gonna say I had no business trying to do, but just trying stuff that just backfired on us. You know what I mean? And it happens, man. When you come out there and have all them turnovers, and before you know it, man, you down and out. So that's good for us. We got punched in the face, and we needed that. You know what I'm saying? You need that wake up call sometime. Sleepwalking. But anyway, one of the things I want to touch on, I'm gonna touch on this first. We're gonna talk about the conceding thing, and I didn't do a live yet on this. I did a live in my new league about this the other day because I had advanced that league, so I was waiting for this league to advance to touch on it. But here's the thing with the whole conceding thing now, because I see that starting to happen too frequently once again all of a sudden. Number one, I don't have no rule saying that you can concede. I used to, but I've been took that out. All right, that's number one. And I took it out, and I'm going to get into what just happened. I took it out because it can affect somebody's upgrade game. You know what I mean? It can get done two ways. It can cheat the opponent out theirs, or you can jerk wreck for yours. And what I mean by that is that let's say you got an upgrade game and you got to hold your opponent under a certain amount of yards. If your opponent ain't playing 4 quarters and you quit in the third quarter, you get the upgrade. But that's not right because that's not right because you cheat them out of a whole quarter. So, those are the reasons why there's no conceding. Me, myself, I could care less about you playing the whole game and saying, take your beating. I mean, listen, I'm not here to force that, but because the upgrade thing, that's why that rule is in play. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care about if you quit. That's on you. I don't get caught up in that. And a lot of times when people say that in the chat, the reason why I don't really chime in on that is because I don't want to sound like a guy in the chat. And what I mean by that is that I'm the commissioner, so I can't sound like a guy in the chat. You understand? You guys can say what you want to say, and that's fine. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm in leagues that I'm not a commissioner in, and I got the free will to say whatever I want. But when you're the commissioner, you got to do everything a certain way. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, for me, if you want to quit, you want to concede, go ahead. I'm getting the win. So I don't get caught up in that, yo, take your beating like a man. That don't mean nothing to me. I don't care nothing about that. You want to tap out. But because of the upgrade thing, that's why I made that rule. So there is no conceding. You understand? There is no conceding because of the upgrade. Like I said, the upgrade rule can affect two ways. You can jerk your opponent from getting his upgrade, or you can jerk wreck for your upgrade. And the example I gave for you jerking wreck for your upgrade is if you had to hold your opponent under a certain amount of yards, if you quit in the third quarter, you cheating them out of a whole quarter. So when so if he ain't cracked that margin yet and you conceded, guess what? You get the upgrade. That's not cool. Because if you play the fourth quarter, there's a strong possibility you won't get that upgrade. So here's what we're going to do now to combat that. From here on out, anybody who quits, their opponent gets to choose whatever player they want to downgrade. Normally I was doing that, but you know what? I think it's more better if the opponent choose. So once again, I'm just gonna repeat it for the whole thing about quitting and conceding. From here on out, anybody that concedes or quit, their opponent gets to choose which player they want to downgrade. I feel like that's only right. You quit it against this man. So now I'm going to give the power to this man to look at your roster and decide who he want to downgrade. What I mean by downgrade, meaning he can choose to take one of your players that's X Factor to superstar. He can choose one of your players to go from superstar to star, or he could choose one of your players to go from star to normal. Like I said, it ain't me. I'm the one that has to push the button to do it, but I'm letting the opponent pick who he want to turn down. So from now on, any one of you guys that quit or concede, your opponent gets to go to your roster and decide who he wants to downgrade. And I ain't gonna lie, if I was a dude that concede, which I never did before, I wouldn't concede anymore. I promise you that. Because, let's just be honest. We all play to compete, right? So not only are you losing that game, you losing that game and you losing a player that got downgraded. You understand? And that's just, I feel like that's the right thing to do. Before I was choosing which player to downgrade, but you know what? That ain't got nothing to do with me. You quit against somebody, you breaking the rules, so now you're gonna pay the price. But I'm gonna let your opponent choose who he wants to downgrade. Let's see how that worked for a little bit, because like I say, that quitting thing, it's because of the upgrades. I don't care about you playing the whole game. If you getting blown out, you know what I'm saying? I can understand why you saying, you know what? Why invest 40 minutes when the game was already over in the third quarter, when I could get this game over with in 25, 30 minutes? Why play the 45 minutes? I get it. But again, like I said, me personally, I don't get caught up in that play the whole game stuff. That's your business. But the reason why I have that rule in play is because of the whole upgrade ability, the whole upgrade. You playing for an upgrade. You know what I'm saying? You playing for that trait. And like I said, if you quit, your opponent might have a breakout game. He needs to do something, and guess what? You jerking him out of a whole quarter to get it done. And for you, if all you gotta do is hold your opponent under a certain amount of yards and you quit in the third quarter, guess what? It's gonna count as you getting the upgrade, even though if y'all didn't play the 4 quarters. And I feel like he should be allowed to play that fourth quarter to allow you not to get the upgrade. You know what I'm saying? It's not right for you to be able to concede and get the upgrade because you quit in the third quarter. So that's why there's no conceding allowed. You know what I'm saying? Because you jerking wreck with the whole trait thing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that any of you guys is doing that intentionally, but in order to make sure that that's not the case, I have to stay with this. So therefore, there's no quitting, no conceding. And you know what? If you want to quit and you want to concede, then go ahead. Just know that your opponent gets to go to your roster and choose to downgrade whoever he wants. You understand what I'm saying? And oh yeah, by the way, the more you quit, the more harsh the penalty is. Meaning that If you quit 1 week and your opponent throws down a player, and then you quit the next week, that other opponent gonna get to turn down either 2 players, or he gonna get to turn down that player 2 notches. You know what I'm saying? So the more you quit, the more you start being stubborn, then the penalty is just gonna turn up even more. You understand? Because some guys might feel like, man, whatever, he could turn down whatever he want. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna affect me. It's only 1 downgrade. But no, buddy, the more you quit, the more harsh this penalty gets. So I'm just saying, bottom line, man, just play the game. I said you could put the chew clock on the 4th quarter. The game was out of control around like the 3-minute mark, man. You know what I'm saying? That's not good enough. I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying? But I cannot allow conceding and I cannot allow conceding because of, like I said, the whole trade thing. You know what I'm saying? I got to cover my bases. So that's the case with that. Now, the other thing that I wanted to touch on is not so much league based as far as rules, but, you know, like I said, I caught wind of something the other day in the chat, and the whole chat, not the whole chat, but the main topic was about YouTube, you know, guys that YouTube, you know, things like that. Let me tell y'all a few things about this YouTube thing. Number one, this whole YouTube thing ain't going nowhere. It's eternal, baby. This YouTube stuff is not going anywhere. Meaning, it's not going anywhere because let me tell you something. For the guys that don't go on YouTube to get a steroid shot, because that's what YouTube basically is. It's like going to get a needle. You understand? And getting steroids, getting roided up. You know what I mean? That's pretty much what it is. So for the guys that don't get roided up, whatever stuff you call is on YouTube. I don't go on YouTube for no help, right? But trust you me, anything I do is on YouTube. Any play I call is on YouTube. Showing you how to do this, showing you how to do that, showing you how to line this up. All of that is on there. So the whole YouTube thing ain't going nowhere, baby. It's eternal. Like the smell of chitlins. You understand? It ain't going nowhere. It's eternal. Anybody that know what chitlins smell like, know that smell of chitlins ain't never leaving. Chitlins is gonna smell horrible from now to 1,000 years from now. That's never gonna change. So I'm telling you, this whole YouTube thing ain't going nowhere. And then let me tell you something else that's funny about the YouTube thing, about the guys, right? Because you know, most guys that get called out for YouTube is the guys that's looking like they always like the top guys of the league. But I'm here to tell you, there are guys that go to YouTube and still lose. You understand? So the whole YouTube thing is kind of overblown, because just because you go to YouTube, all of a sudden don't make you unstoppable. Let me tell you something. The guys that's considered to be good, but they went to YouTube for that steroid shot, they still can lose. You understand what I'm saying? Then you're not unbeatable because you go to YouTube. You go on to YouTube for, you know, to help you how to play man defense, how to run the ball, how to what's the most dominant play, like all that stuff is on there. You understand what I'm saying? So you know that's what they're going there for. But again, that doesn't make them unstoppable. You understand what I'm saying? So you know, only thing I'm saying is that the YouTube thing is kind of overblown. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to add that, like, yo, listen, guys that go to YouTube for that steroid shot but lose, nobody calls them out. You know why? Because they're losing. You understand? They're losing, so there's nothing to say about it. So therefore, you know, they fly under the radar. It's the guys who win that be dominant, you know what I'm saying, that you point the finger at and say, yo, he tubing. Maybe he is. But what I'm saying is that there are guys that lose and go to YouTube as well. I know that for a fact. I know for a fact dudes admitted it before. See, I respect a couple of guys, because some guys come out and tell you, yeah, I go on the tube. And you know what? You know, listen, man, whether you like it or love it, you got to respect it. You understand what I'm saying? But you got some guys that swear they don't for anything. And, you know, but listen, it is what it is. It is what it is. Like, you know, I ain't tripping off of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm cut from a different cloth. I'm cut from that cloth. I just got to figure it out. It may take me a little longer than you because you went to YouTube. But you know what? I'll figure it out eventually. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and the thing about it is that I see that be a highlight a lot, you know, YouTube. But I'm telling you, there are guys that go to YouTube probably more than the guys that win, but they just haven't turned the corner. So in other words, you got guys that study YouTube, try to figure out all this stuff, probably get their pen and pad out, jot down different things, and they still lose. But nobody says nothing to them because they lose. You understand what I'm saying? You're only as the more success you have, that's when you get the fingers pointed at you, and that's just part of life. That's just life. Forget video games. That's anything. You understand what I'm saying? Like, look, let me tell you. If I sell, if I'm selling hard white, you selling hard white, right? If I'm driving around in a 2001 Ultima, right? And the other dude that's selling hard white is driving a 21 Porsche. Guess who gets looked at? The guy who's driving the 21 Porsche. See, the guy that's driving the 2000 Ultima, nobody paying him no mind. You know why? Because he ain't successful. He don't look successful. You understand? So they looking at the dude, you know, oh, yo, this dude got a 2021 Porsche. Or he got a 2000, he got a brand new Ferrari. Yo, let's go look into him. You understand? So that's the same thing with the games. You get guys that be on YouTube but lose, but nobody paying them no mind. You understand what I'm saying? It's the guys who win that's getting called out for YouTube. So for me, the YouTube thing, like I said, it ain't going nowhere. So, you know, at the end of the day, man, it is what it is. Like, but you don't need to go to YouTube to be successful. I'm here to tell you that as well. You know what I'm saying? Why? I'm a product of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the only one. There's a few guys I know that don't go no YouTube for stuff that I know. And I can just tell by the way they play. You understand what I'm saying? Half of the times it take me a while to hike the ball because I'm calling stuff at the line of scrimmage, seeing how the defense set up. See, that's also how you can kind of tell who be YouTube or not, because they don't really need to read the defense. They just come out there and call a play no matter what's called, because they got these like glitch plays that's supposed to work no matter what. So you ain't really got to make no adjustments. I mean, well, the adjustment you got to make is adjustment that they already told you to make. You know what I'm saying? But for me, you could do that. You could do that as you line it up. 1, 2, 3. You doing this, you setting that up, you streaking this guy, dragging that guy, boom. For me, you know, I'm waiting. It take me a little minute, but sometimes I hike and a lot of you guys who see me play see that. Sometimes I get a delay of game because I'm really out there trying to read the defense. You understand what I'm saying? I'm really trying to see what's going on. It's called read and react. So I'm just saying, man, you can be successful and win a lot of games without tuba. So I'm not going to sit up here and act like the only way you can win if you go to YouTube. And I'm not going to sit up here and act like just because you go to YouTube, it's guaranteeing you to win a bowl. That's not the case neither. You know what I'm saying? So I just had to chime on that YouTube thing real quick because I seen that was the talk of the town the other day, and I was like, you know, I just had my thoughts on it, and I didn't want to just chime in and sound like anybody else. So I said, you know what? I'll wait till I go live and speak on it, and you know, and just go from there. You know what I mean? But you know, it is what it is, man. You know, like I said, man, that YouTube thing ain't going nowhere, but it's eternal. You know what I'm saying? And it's only going to keep growing. It's on any game at that. Any game you play is on YouTube telling you how to do this, whether it's basketball, golf, tennis, hockey, football, baseball, shooting game. Anything you do, anything you play is on that YouTube to tell you that, like, when you play action games, they got videos in there telling you how to end the game. See, I don't read that stuff because I think that's whack. Like, if I ended the game and I followed everything you said, what enjoyment did I really get out of that? You understand what I'm saying? When you play a game and you end it on your own, that's more enjoyment because you did it on your own. You understand what I'm saying? But if a dude telling you, oh, yo, when you get to this part and they got the 3 boxes there, make sure you take the box in the middle. That's the one that got the key. No, let me find it on my own. I don't want no help. So it's the same thing with football. I win on my own, I lose on my own. Either way, I'm good with it. You understand what I'm saying? Now, for guys that feel like, you know, they take winning, we all want to win, but for the guys that really take it more personal than others, then yeah, they're going to go sign up for that shot. You understand what I'm saying? They're going to go sign up for that shot, man. And you know, listen, it's just there. If you collected everybody's phones from out this league and what's their YouTube history, I'm here to tell you it's a whole lot of Madden 21 in niggas search history. Trust me when I tell you. But whatever, it don't stop the show, man. The league still move on. The league's still fun. Because like I'm telling you, it's guys that YouTube that still lose. So being a YouTuber doesn't mean instant success. Just here to tell you that. Anyway, let's move right along, man. Let's get into this recap. And let's get into these to this next week's games. We in week 14, baby. We only got a couple of weeks left before the playoffs start. And then it's win or go home time. First and foremost, we got like I said, I just spoke on my game. Typical trap game. I came into this game feel like I ain't have to play serious, do like 5-6 picks. It's not my style. Didn't play it. Didn't call a lot of stuff I normally would call. Took this man lightly. Uh, just bugging out. You know what I'm saying? Didn't play no defense. Gave up 300 something yards. I don't do that. I don't do that especially with Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? We locked and loaded over here. But hey man, one of my leagues is called Any Given Sunday, and it's called that for a reason. You know what I mean? When you come in here, when you come in here thinking you just half step and you look forward to your next game and overlook this game, things like that can happen. We got punched in the mouth. We deserved it. That's good for us. You know what I'm saying? That's good for us, because we should have took care of our business and then started calling different things and experimenting with plays. But no, we playing cocky, coming out the gate, trying this, trying that. That's what we get. We lost, and we got to wear that one. Good win for the Giants. Next we had Crockpot win against Trey Dog. Nice win for Crockpot, man. I don't know how them 49ers doing over there. If I had to guess, I would say they doing pretty good. 49ers Crockpot is a good player, man. I told y'all that. He took over this team for the first time last year, made the playoffs. Didn't have no off season or nothing with them guys. Just played whatever he had and succeeded. You know what I'm saying? He got a big win over here against Trey Dog. Crockpot is a guy that if you play him in the playoffs, you better come with your A game, because he's a tough out. You know what I'm saying? And this right here is one of them wins that shows you that. Then we had E-Ball. E-Ball just can't seem to get over this Jets ladder. Played good, played hard, competed, but came up short. Man, Jets just been, I don't know, the last couple of seasons, I think the Jets just been sweeping the Patriots every season. But listen, the bright side to this, that he lost by 3 points, that's got to be some type of motivation should they meet in the playoffs, if the Patriots is even in the playoff race, which I think they are. Matter of fact, I know they are. So if they meet in the playoffs, hey, if I'm the Patriots, I'm looking at this game and feel like, yo, this is a come up for us. Then we had TNT Park and win against Raiders. Broncos won 24-14. Broncos look like they're trying to get back into the postseason for the second straight season. Raiders, they got a nice little squad over there. They just, they're gonna have to put some things together. He's gonna have to put his mojo on it over there. Next we had Cardinals and Third World. Wow, Jersey Floyd. I mean, I warned y'all about Jersey Floyd. He got some big time wins this season. He beat Money Mascot, gave him his first loss of the season. Then he lost to the Bears right after that, and then now he come and blew Third World out. I told you that division is very interesting over there, and things got that much more interesting now that Jersey Floyd's over there. You understand? Third World gave up 56 points, and the one thing I gotta say about Third World is that he don't give up a lot of points. You know what I'm saying? Win, lose, or draw. He almost gave up 60 points. That's pretty big. Now I'm guessing he had a lot of turnovers in order to give up 56 points. You know what I'm saying? But still in all, that's a lot of points to give up, man. He had 7 turnovers. Yeah, I know he had that. I know he had a lot. You know what I mean? But this is a big time win for the Cardinals, man. I told y'all before, Cardinals know how to play. You know what I'm saying? And I was in the league with him. I was in the money league with him. And he came and he did his thing. You know what I'm saying? That first season. You know what I'm saying? And the next season after that. You know what I'm saying? So he can play. And I told y'all he can play. Now, he be in the chat talking that, I'm lucky stuff and all that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm here to tell you he can play, man. This guy ain't no slouch by any means. And I think Third World, he just woke Third World up. So I know Third World definitely, should they meet in the playoffs or if they play again this year, Third World definitely will be equipped to deal with whatever he hit him with this game right here. But this is a good win for the Cardinals. Then we had Cowboys against Abercrombie. Wow, Abercrombie almost stole one. He lost by 1. They say they played twice. So but yeah, man, good win for the Cowboys. Norm, you almost stole one. You've been playing good ball lately too, even with the other league. So you figured something out over there that's working for you. And the only thing I can say is just stick with it. You know what I'm saying? Just stick with it. Sometimes people make mistakes. You ever heard the phrase of, if it ain't broke, don't fix it? Sometimes people be all over the place with it instead of just, if you stumbled upon something, just try to master that. You know what I'm saying? Opposed to just trying. I'm not saying Norm, but I'm just saying like with Norm always lose to Pearl, right? And basically get blown out a lot. But I think the last time he played them was a close game too. But this one was even tighter. And so when you look at stuff like this, you got to say, all right, we did something right. Now we did something wrong, obviously, because we lost, but we did some things right. Just correct on doing it. Just correct on perfecting the things that you did right, and people will be better at what it is they like to do. But nevertheless, Cowboys got the win. Then we had Chargers playmaker win against Murph. Chargers blew Bengals out 30-12. I've been seeing Playmaker get a lot of big wins lately, man. He's been taking out a lot of dudes, in different leagues. So he looking like he hit another level right now. I don't know if it's the defense that's locked in or what, but he's definitely been on one lately. I'm just putting it out there because it's something that I noticed. Y'all know whenever I see something, I'm definitely going to speak about it. That's the purpose of the live chat. Put everybody out, let everybody know what's going on. Playmaker been balling, man. He's been playing good ball. He's undefeated in my new league that I started. He haven't lost over there yet. He's been playing good ball, man. And the crazy thing is that, all he does is pretty much run the ball. You know what I'm saying? But as funny as that sound, it's hard to stop. Him, guys like Spaz, like that run stuff is hard to stop, man. You definitely gotta really be on your A game to stop that run game, man. It's not an easy thing to do. So and they both play good defense, so they got a good recipe over there, man. Bengals took one in the chin this week, but it happens. You know what I'm saying? It happens, and you can't get too. Listen, the key is you can't get too low of a loss, and you can't get too high of a win. You just got to take the both the same and move right along. I mean, playoffs is different, but regular season, the goal is to win. But you know what? When you lose one, on to the next week. But good win for the Chargers, man. He's making a statement over there in the AFC. Next, we had Dre against the Bucks, and Dre won. Dre put up 45 points. This Bucks team, I think, is the biggest disappointment in the league. Because I'm telling you, when you look at their roster, man, they got everything that you can want. They just don't put it together. I mean, they scored 31 points and give up 45. When they give up 17, they score 10. You know what I'm saying? They just can't catch a break. I don't know. I said fire the coach a long time ago, and sometimes that's what you got to do, man. Like I say, if what you accustomed to doing ain't working, you got nothing to lose by just throwing it out the window and trying something you never tried before. What's the worst that can happen? Lose? You losing with your same plays that you call anyway. So I don't know. Bucks, to me, they get my vote for the biggest disappointment of the year, man. They just had a terrible season, and they got a heck of a roster over there. So yeah, that's it, man, for the recap. Let's get into the predictions and see what's going on this week. We got Falcons and Cowboys. Falcons, another bad season, but Cowboys in second in that division over there with Wendy Mascot. I'm going with Cowboys. Cowboys gotta he's gonna have to come into this playoffs, playing hot on one, because right about now, man, his kryptonite is Washington. Washington swept him last season. He beat him 3 times in one season. I think they played twice already. Washington swept them this season. So that's his kryptonite right now, man. So he's just gonna have to continue to keep playing, and figure something out. But I got Cowboys winning this one 35-13. Next we got myself and Bengals. Big time game right here. One of the premier matchups of the week. I think I'm one game out from first in that Bengals with that division with the Bengals, and it's a big time game right here. We gotta come in. We lost one last week. We had no business losing, but you know what? That's spilled milk. We gotta come in, focus, and give the Bengals our attention, and try to take one on the road. But I will say Bengals favor in this one by 5. Next we got Vikings and Jags. I'm going with Jags. Black Star been MIA, so I got Jags winning this one. I just said it now, so there won't be no problems. Third World against Born Ready. Jets and Seahawks. This should be a good game right here. Jets won a tight one last week. Seahawks got punched in the mouth last week. Seahawks, y'all know what I always say. Guys who get blown out always come back and play better the next week. I got Seahawks bouncing back, not only playing better this week, but I got the Seahawks winning this week. I think they come into this game with an attitude. I'm pretty sure they didn't like the way last week's game played out. I'm going with Third World to win this one. I think it'll be close though, but I'm going Seahawks in this one. 31, Jets 27. Seahawks with the win on the road. Then we got Scott Coates going against Ebor, New England Patriots. Scott is like a seesaw, man. 1 minute Scott playing good, next minute Scott playing bad. Scott playing good, Scott playing bad. Right now we got Scott that's playing bad, turning the ball over a lot of times, just playing bad football. So with that being said, I'm going with the Patriots to win this one, 34-16. Next, we got Panthers and Raiders. Dre going against Mama. I'm going Panthers to win this one. They came off a nice win last week, almost cracking that half a man, that 50 mark. I got the Panthers this week. I think they're going to go crazy this week again as far as offense. I got Panthers 42, Raiders 17. Next, we got Trey Dog and TNT Parkin. Trey Dog took one to chin last week. TNT Parkin got a win last week. I think Saints bounce back this week and get back on the winning column. I think that win last week probably annoyed him a little bit. I'm sure he didn't see that one coming. Yeah, give me the Saints this week over the Broncos, 31-19. Next, we got Rams and Packers. DK been playing a heck of a ball, like I said, in all leagues. I'm going Packers this one big. Give me Green Bay 44. Give me Rams 10. Packers been on one. I gotta check these standings out too, man. And I'm gonna have them power rankings coming out again. We need a late season power rankings to see who ranked where, see who's doing what. But I got Packers winning this one. They've been playing good ball all season long, so I gotta pick them big in this one as well. Next, we got Washington going against the disappointing Tampa Bay Bucks. I'm going Money Mascot in this one. But listen, man, this is one of them games that you come in and sometimes you play against a team record than the team, and that can be dangerous. And I got a habit of doing that. And Washington must be on point for that. But I'm gonna go Washington anyway. But I'm just saying, if you look up and see this game was close, or you look up and see the Bucks stole this one, I'm telling you now, Washington came in here feeling like all they had to do was show up. But we'll see. But I'm taking Washington 37, Bucks 20. Next, we got Cardinals and 49ers. Good game. Jersey Floyd going against Crockpot. I'm gonna tell you right now, this game right here, if Jersey Floyd win this game, this is going to be a nice statement to that NFC West because like I said, he got a nice win last week, and he can ball, man. He can ball. So apparently, he's digging this Cardinals team. He figured some things out over there. So I'm curious to see how this one go. I'm gonna take Cards in this one, but I think it's gonna be close. I could be wrong, but we'll see. That's why it's called predictions, right? So yeah, give me the Cards this week over the Niners. I'll go 33-29. 33-29 Cards over the Niners. Next, we got Steelers and Ravens. Ravens, they just been having one of them seasons where their schedule just haven't been able to match up with playing. So we'll see if this one get played. But if this one get played, I'm gonna go Ravens in this one. I think they'll play this one, and I think they'll try to do some harm to the Steelers team. So give me Ravens over the Steelers, 35-28. Next, we got Giants and Eagles. I don't know if the Eagles in the playoff hunt or not. I'm not sure. They might be. I'm not sure, but I'll take the I'm gonna take the Giants this week. Giants just beat, even though I said I played games and played myself, experiment, and not lost. I still think no matter what, Giants come into this game with some confidence off that win. And I got the Giants, man. I got the Giants in a tight one over the Eagles, 27-24. So yeah, y'all, that's the you know what? Let me look at these standings real quick. Let me see what's going on over here in the standings, man. let's see what we got going down over here in these standings. What type of race we got? Photo finish we in for. AFC North, we got myself. Steelers right there in it too, man. It's a big game. If the Ravens and Steelers play and the Ravens can pull this off, this will be a big loss for the Steelers team. So we'll see what happens. But this is a nice 3-man race right here going down over in the AFC North. AFC South, we got Colts 9-3. They looking pretty good. I'll safe to say Colts gonna win that division. Wait, is it Scott the Colts? That's Scott? Wow, that's definitely Scott. Scott 9-3? Whoa, didn't see that one. Didn't see that one at all. I gotta look and see if you've been playing these games, Scott, or you've been getting forced wins or something. Because I could have sworn you've been playing bad lately, but maybe I was wrong. I don't know. Maybe I was confusing with somebody else. But yeah, Colts looking like they're gonna cruise in and win this division. AFC East, that loss the Patriots took to the Jets was big time. They was 1 game out, now they're 2 games out. They could have definitely tied. They put themselves in a tying position, but they 2 games out. But Jets and Patriots are the 2 teams in this AFC East. AFC West, Chargers got this one. They're 11-1. Nobody will catch them. But the Broncos still fighting for a wild card though, definitely. NFC North, we got Packers 10-2, Bears 10-2. This division right here is down to these 2 teams. Look like we come down to the final couple of weeks of those 2. And actually it came down to those 2 in week 17 last season. So we're looking like we're on repeat between them 2. NFC South, we got Saints. That Panthers win over the Saints. That's a big time win. No, that wasn't the Panthers. That was 49ers. I'm bugging. Panthers is Dre. Dre is still in it. He need the Saints to trip up. He need the Saints to trip up on one. We'll see what happens though. But Panthers is in the mix. They're 6-6. Saints in 2 games in first right now. Money Mask got 10-2. He'll win his division. Cowboys right there at 7-5. That's it as far as that division. And in NFC West, we got yeah, it's just these 2, man. 49ers 5-7 Crockpot. Even though he got a good win last week, but his season looking like it might be a wrap. So we got Seahawks and Cards right now, and Cards just beat the Seahawks, which is the big time win. So man, Cards looking like, he's definitely made a statement with that win and the way he did it. So that was a big time win for the Cardinals, but it's them 2 for this division as well. So all these races, we got 2-man races going on, except for like 1. Like 2 divisions, we got 1 team, and then another division we got 3 teams. But all in all, majority of these divisions got multiple races coming down to the end. Like I said, I didn't get a chance to do the mid-season report. So what I am going to do is, before the season is over, I'm gonna do a live. I'm gonna go live and talk about everything that happened to this point. I'm gonna talk about the final playoff push, who I think gonna make it, who I think gonna punch their ticket, things like that. Who I think might be a Super Bowl sleeper, and things like that. So before the season over, we definitely gonna get a nice little live going, and it won't be the mid-season report, but it'll be a season report. Nevertheless, playoff. We'll call it the playoff edition report, playoff report. You know what I'm saying? So we'll definitely have that before the season's over. But yeah, man, I'll see y'all at the next advance, which is Monday. Till then, y'all be cool. I'm Ghost.